Check, check, check. Mic check. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Beavercreek against Elder, November 22nd. Test 1 2 3. Test air check 1 2 3. Beavercreek against Elder. Test 1 2 3. Air check number 3. Test 1 2 3. Beavercreek against Elder. Oh. Okay. Good evening, everyone, from Kettering Ice Arena in Kettering, Ohio. Welcome once again to Beavercreek Battling Beaver Hockey. My name is Kent Jacobs, and it's opening night for the Beavers as they start out the 2025-26 season. I just turned 60 years old, folks. I'm still saying 19. It's not the 1900s anymore. So, Beavers coming out tonight. They've got new uniforms, and they're looking to improve on what was a tough season last year. A growing year, a year with a lot of growing pains last year, but coming out for this season and with high hopes as they've experienced a lot of growth in some of the players in the offseason. Also have some new players this season. So hopes are high for the Beavers. For the Elder Panthers, they're coming in. They are coming off a tough last season as well. And so they are coming out and hoping for a better season for 2025-26. The Beavers are coached by Greg Gutterman. Assistant coaches are Brad Lloyd and Cam Quick, and Pete Sandus, Andy Cruzy, and Matt Minchno as the goalie coach. The managers this season are Anessa Stamper, Emma Pearson, Stella Hubrowski, Ava Carroll, and Lauren Larson. The Beavers are going to be coming out in their new home sweaters with black trunks and orange trim. The Elder Panthers are going to be coming out in their familiar purple uniforms with black and white trim. Both teams are just now starting out the season, so no records as yet. In goal for the Elder Panthers will be Cedric Daly. And for the Beavercreek Beavers, Gabe Horseman. Here are the introductions of the starting lineups. For the Panthers, Mike Roden comes out. Owen Fink. There's Nick Owens. And the last player out for the Panthers, didn't catch them. It is Mike Dennis. And in goal for the Panthers, Cedric Daly. There, the seniors are going to introduce first. There's Zach Brighting. There's Hayden Wright. There's Chase Newroff, leading scorer on the Beavers. There's Jerry Christofchik, called Tiny. And here's Jasmine Miller in her first season with the Beavers. And Gabe Horseman, Big Hoss. And here's Drew Vandenboss. And now the rest of the Beavers come out to the blue line. And now from Kettering Ice Arena, stand by everyone for the playing of our national anthem. All right, everybody. Getting ready for the opening puck drop of the 2025-26 Beavercreek High School hockey season. Referee having a word with some of the spectators. They don't want them to hang on the glass. Referees for today's game will be Greg Leff and Jeremy Lee. Referee Leff has gone out to center ice as referee Lee works on the goal crease over on the Elder Panther end of the rink. Kent Jacobs from Kettering Ice Arena, along with our producer Dave Vandenboss and Aiden King, and our camera operator today, Tara Spokane. Cedric Daly is over in the goal crease to our left. Big Hoss. Gabe Horseman is over in the goal crease to our right. In high school hockey, we play 15 minutes. Referee Leff is ready to drop the puck between Henry Top and Chase Newroth, and we're underway. Right away, there's an icing violation against the Elder Panthers. Again, the Panthers in all purple, the Beavers in white sweaters, black trunks tonight. Brand new uniforms this season for the Beavers. Face off in the Panther zone. Controlled there by Matt Haywood. Drops behind the net. Newroth. Off to Haywood. Back to Newroth. Centers. And smothering the puck is Cedric Daly, and he'll hold on to it. We've got Brighting on the ice right now, West, and puck is dropped, and the puck carries to center ice. Drake tries to drop it ahead for Newroth. Chase Newroth over the Panther zone, shot, pad, save. Rebound behind the net, Newroth drops back to the point. Break, a slapper one-timer is blocked by one of the Panthers. Panthers don't have numbers on their sleeves, so that kind of doesn't help trying to identify these guys. Puck cleared back to the line, held in by Calander. Drops it off in the corner for Haywood. Haywood rims it near side. Panthers clear not out. Held in by Calander to Newroth. Drops behind the net, Haywood. Haywood from the corner. Carries back to the slot and lost it to center. Drake will control it. Here's Hayden Drake. Checked into the boards there by Jake Walligman. And the puck comes in on Daly, and he'll cover it. 13:23 to go in the first. No score. On the ice now for the Beavers, Austin Alfaro. Zach Brighting. We've got Ethan Mallett. Zach Vandenboss. Puck dropped in the Panther zone. It's picked up by Brighting. Flips it behind the net. Here's Malik. Malik off to the corner. Drops it back to the point. Now return pass. Picked up by Curve Miller. Curve Miller to the right point. There's a shot. And a tip right in front. And they score. Daly made the initial stop. And Zach Vandenboss is able to tip it in. So the initial save made by Daly, but the puck just teetered around in the crease And Zach is able to tip it in. And the Beavers lead it 1-0. We'll get. So there's the announcement on the goal. Zach Vandenbos, assisted by Alfaro and Malik. And it's 1-0 Beavers. From the draw, here is a shot by Tyler Calander. And they score. It might have been tipped in front. Calander took the shot. Tyler Calander, a junior. Let's see if they give him the goal. He took the shot. I don't know if there was a tip on it. We'll find out. Tyler. So we it should be Tyler Calander. It's who got the assist? Oh, okay. So Calander from Waldron, Craig Waldron with the assist on that goal. And it's quickly 2-0 Beavers. We're only 3 minutes into the game. From the draw, Hayden Drake will go back to pick up the puck back behind his own net. Here comes the shotgun. Carrying on left wing through center. Poke checked away by Panther Carson Daly, brother of Cedric Daly. Now here's a shot in front and sprawling across the goal crease to cover the puck is Cedric Daly, the goalkeeper for the Panthers. Now Drake is going off the ice and he's apparently had something to say to the official. Now Austin Alfaro drops it behind the net. Here's Newroth the shot. Save made by Daly, and there's a pileup in front. Carson Daly back on his feet for the Panthers. Herb Miller back on for the Beavers, along with Ethan Malik. Zach Vandenbos on as well as back at the point, Alfaro. There's a shot pad save by Daly. Rebound picked up by the Panthers. There's a drop pass intercepted by Curve Miller. Miller carries the puck behind his own net. He's hammered into the end boards, but here is a breakout the other way for the Beavers. And it is Ethan Malik. He gets tripped up, and the puck carries to center ice. Almost a breakout opportunity for Ethan Malik. Here comes Zach Briding over the Panther line, cutting behind the net. Fans on a shot at the side of the cage. Panthers look to clear. Puck stolen by Zach Vandenbos. Drops it back to the point. Picking it up, Drake. Hayden lines up a wrist shot. It's blocked in front, and it tips over to the near corner. 10:25 to go first period. Beavers lead it 2-0. There's a shot wide of the mark. That shot taken by Ethan Malik. There's a backhander by Briding is right on and smothered by Daly. And he'll cover it up. 10:07 to go in the first. New Panthers on the ice. We got Whitwer, we've got Top, we've got Fink, and we've got Owens. Drew Vandenbosch wins the draw to Drake. Shotgun with a blast wide of the far post. Loose puck in the Panther zone. There's Drake, a one-timer, and he scores! That puck ricocheted off the crossbar. Hayden Drake. Coach Gutterman told me that Hayden's got his shot back. He kind of struggled with it last year, but he let go of the shotgun right there. Who got the assist? Okay. Did they just get another goal down here? Did they just get another goal? Oh, who got it? Do you know? Okay. Well, while we were trying to sort out that last goal, the Beavers score again. We'll have to find out later who got the assist on the Drake goal, if anybody. So it's now 4-0 Beavers. So this last goal was Newroth assisted by Haywood. And it's 4-0. And now I think we have our first penalty. It's Chase Newroth. He'll go to the penalty box for cross-checking. Face-off will be in the Beavers zone. 9:24 to go in the first period. Beavers lead it already 4-0. There's Malik being ridden into the corner boards. Elder on a power play. Puck stolen away. Here comes Ethan Malik. Back over the Panther blue line. He tries to slip it in, and he hits the ice and slides it a little bit wide. Now here's Curve Miller. He tried to put one toward the Elder net, but wide. Puck comes free to center. Elder on a power play, but the Beavers control the action. Here's Brighting over the Elder line. Brighting behind the net. And the puck is actually the net comes loose. Assist was number 12, Alfaro. Okay. And producer Dave Vandenbosch tells me that the assist on the Hayden Drake goal was by Austin Alfaro. From the faceoff, here is Drake. Looking to center one. It's deflected off to the near corner. 8:15 to go, first period. Beavers in white lead it 4-0. There's Zach Brighting a shot off a stick wide. Vandenbosch back to the point. Moving in, Drake, or check that, that's Alfaro. Alfaro back to the point, Brighting. Flips one in front, and a pad save made by Cedric Daly. And we'll have a face-off. 29 seconds left in the Elder power play. 7:52 to go in the period. Nice crowd here on hand. You can see them probably on your computer or telephone screen. Kids hanging on the glass, which they're not supposed to do. But you know how that goes. Parents out there, you tell them to do one thing, you tell them to do something that actually means that they're going to try to do it. Here comes Ryder Fox. Poke checked away by the Beavers' Craig Waldring. Beavers come up with it. There's 5 seconds left in the Elder power play. Back to get it for Elder. Carter Jung. Penalty killed off. Newroth back on the ice. Back to get it for the Panthers is Owen Fink. Can't get it out of the zone, however. Beavers hold it in. It's chucked back behind the net. Now at the left point, it bounces off the wall past Calander down the ice. Back to get it, Hayden Drake. Drake. Pass at center, picked off at the red line. And that Panther player shoved off the puck by Evan Schrader, and Schrader clears it down the ice. Beavers in the Panther zone again. Drake along the wall. Right wing circle moving in a shot. And the save made. That was taken by Matt Haywood. Puck banged off the end wall. Calander tries to center. It's cleared down the ice by the Panthers. Henry Top, and that'll be an icing violation on Cincinnati Elder. Miller, Alfaro, Malik, Couch, Brighting is the crew on the ice right now for the Beavers. Malik wins the draw back to Couch. Couch back to Brighting. Couch to Malik. Fires! And it's caught by the trapping mitt of Cedric Daly. He had a clear view of that wrist shot. 6:01 to play, period number 1 of game number 1 of the season. Shot wide from the draw, taken by Aiden Couch, freshman. Zach Brighting holds it in, dumps it in the corner, Miller after it. Panthers catch up to it first and clear it. Back to get it is Zach Brighting. He's being tailed by Henry Top. Top trying to steal the puck. Beavers come away with it. Brighting pass at center. It actually carries all the way down past the goal line for icing, and there will be a face-off back in the Beaver zone. Glad to have our production help tonight, our producer-engineer Dave Vandenboss. Aiden King from the Greene County Career Center helping us out tonight, and we've got Tara Spokane is our camera operator tonight. From the draw, foot race down the ice, Drake trying to get past Jung. Touch behind the net, and covering the puck up was Daly. It kicks out free, but there's a whistle, and we'll have a face-off. Face-off, right wing circle of the Panther zone. It's going to be Drew Vandenboss. Drew is senior this season. Taking the draw against Lincoln Kuthi. Panthers clear the zone from the face-off. Back to get it Calander, but not before. It's icing called on Elder. Vandenboss will take the face-off against Kuthi. From the face-off, Calander along the blue line. Drops it off. Vandenboss, shot, pad save, rebound precariously in front. Cleared, not out, held in by Calander, but now picked up by the Panthers. Here's Lincoln Kuthi. Kuthi checked right at the Beaver blue line. Loose puck. Ryder Fox couldn't pick it up. Here come the Beavers the other way. Here's Drake. Oh, he has his pocket picked by Carter Jung right as he tried to move in. That was a nice defensive play by the Panthers. Here's Drake again, gathering the puck into his own line. Head manning Vandenboss. Cutting in front of the Panther net. It's poke checked away by goaltender Daly. Here's Matt Hayward, a shot. Save. Rebound. Tip wide in front. Here's Drake holding it in at the line. Drake drops it off. Haywood, side of the net. Now in front, Vandenboss, shot. Blocker save. Rebound loose in front. Vandenboss again, a shot. And it's blocked in front. Puck behind the Panther net now. Wraparound chance taken by Haywood, but is blocked. And now a whistle as Daly is able to cover the puck. Cedric Daly standing tall on that sequence. He's given up 4 goals in this first period, but made a couple of nice saves on that sequence of play. 3:39 to go in period 1. Beavers lead it 4-0. They're in the white sweaters, black trunks. The Elder Panthers are the purple people eaters out there. All purple. Zach Vandenboss comes on the ice. That will complete the Beaver lineup. Face off right wing circle of the Elder zone. From the draw, tip in front. Daly sprawled out, and they score! Daly gave it a all. He sprawled across the goal mouth, but couldn't stop it. Zach Vandenboss is able to tip it in from the scrum in front of the Panther net. And it's now 5-0 Beavers. So Zach Vandenboss' second goal of the game, assisted by Matt Haywood. 5-0 now Beavers. I see Tiny Krzysztofczyk in his first shift out on the ice right now, number 39. And right away, there's a problem. A Beaver down on the ice. That is Gabe Brighting, freshman. He's down on the ice, and let's see, he is in discomfort. Hayden Drake running out, and now the medical staff. That's Gabe Brighting, a freshman. And now the Beavers and the Panthers will go to their respective benches. Gabe. Yeah. So they are attending to Gabe Brighting, the freshman. We'll go over the scoring while they attend to Gabe. But it was Zach Vandenboss, assisted by Alfaro and Malik. Second goal for the Beavers, Tyler Calander, assisted by Craig Waldron. So there is the announcement, 11-11. So that is the announcement on the penalty. Henry Top gets a 5-minute boarding, and he also gets a 10-minute misconduct. And Gabe is on his feet now. He's being assisted back to the bench. He's on his feet, but he's not able to put full weight on both legs. So looks like a lower body injury. But thank goodness, at least he's back to the bench under his own power with some assistance. So again, second goal, Calander assisted by Waldron. Third goal, Drake assisted by Alfaro. Fourth goal was Newroth assisted by Haywood. Fourth goal, Zach Vandenbos assisted by Haywood. Ready to go now, folks. Face off in the Elder Zone. Beavers on a power play. And they're on a major power play, so even if they score, that will not eliminate the remainder of the penalty, as it would if it were a minor penalty. Here's Calander, wrist shot, pad save by Daly. Rebound to the corner. Panthers can't clear it. Malik holds it in. Malik, left wing circle, trying to drop it off to Newroth. Chase comes around, circles, front of the net, a shot, pad save. Rebound behind the net. Now off to the corner. Newroth, back to the point, Drake. Right back to Newroth, rink wide, Calander. Calander, shot, blocked. Loose puck, held in, Calander. Got another shot, and he scores! It snuck under the skate of Cedric Daly. Tyler Calander with his second goal of the night. And it is 6-0 now for the Beavers. A power play goal. Assist to Chase Newroth on that Calander goal. Here's Drake. Shot, and that's blocked. Loose puck behind the Elder net. Drake unable to hold it in. He'll chase it down at center ice. 1:40 to go in the period. Beavers up 6-0. Here's Curve Miller. Over the Panther line. Drops it off to Calander. Return pass to Miller. He's tied up by Panther Nick Owens. Loose puck is cleared back to neutral ice. Here's Drake. Back over the Panther line, but in ahead of the play was Malik, and it's offside at the Elder blue line. 1:13 to go in the period. On the ice now for the Beavers, Craig Waldron, along with Zach Vandenbos, Ethan Malik, Zach Briding, Austin Alfaro. Beavers win the face-off. Puck chucked toward the Elder net wide, and it's cleared away by the Panthers. Under 3 minutes left in the Beaver major power play. Under a minute left in the period. Here comes Briding trying to headman Waldron. It's off the wall and too far ahead of him. Beavers hold it in at the left point. Zach Vandenbos. Pass over to Zach Briding. Zach tied up in the corner. Loose puck. Fink trying to clear. He does. And then Carter Jung takes a spill and he hears it from the crowd. Here's Zach Vandenbos. Drops it off to along the boards. There's a shot wide. Malik at center to Briding. Briding poke checked away, and another Panther takes a spill. That's Cole Whitwer. And he hears it from the crowd as the buzzer sounds the end of period number 1. So after 1 period of play at Kettering Ice Arena, it is the Beavers 6 and the Panthers nothing. We recapped the scoring a few minutes ago. We'll do it again. Zach Vandenbos from Alfaro and Malik. Second goal was Calander from Waldron. Third goal was Drake from Alfaro. Fourth goal was Newroth from Haywood. The fifth goal was Zach Vandenbos, his second, assisted by Haywood. Fourth goal, Tyler Calander, his second goal of the game, assisted by Newroth. Looks like they'll wait to resurface the ice until after the second period. So we'll go ahead and have our second period now. And Kent Jacobs from Kettering Ice Arena, along with producer Dave Vandenbos, production assistants Aiden King, camera operator Tara Spokane. And we're ready to go for period number 2. They'll resurface the ice after the second. From the face-off, there's a nice play by the Panthers' Cole Whitmer, but lost his edge and goes down before he could move in on the Beaver net. Here comes Chase Newroth the other way, a shot. He hammers one up over the crossbar of the Panther goal. Beavers still on a power play for another minute 20. Here's Calander, left point. Drops it off, Briding. Centering, it's intercepted, and then the Panthers trying to come out. And they get the puck out of the zone. Beavers start back. Here's Newroth. Fights off a check from Carter Jung. Trying to move in front. There's a shot and a stick save made by Cedric Daly. He is able to cover up the rebound. Vandenbos, Briding, Malik on the ice now, along with Miller. And Couch for Beavercreek. Here's Curve Miller along the far wall. Centering Malik, but it's a little bit in front of him. Another centering pass intercepted and carried out by the Panthers. Loose puck at center. Dumped back into the Panther zone. Back to get it for Elder is Owen Fink. Fink spelled with an E, Finke, but his coach before the game said they just pronounced it Fink. Although his nickname is Finky. Drake, Alfaro, Waldron, Strader back on the ice for the Beavers. From the face-off at center, back to get it, Zach Vandenbos. Zach back to the point for Alfaro. Rink wide pass. Drake and shotgun hammers one high Off the glass, ricochet to center ice. Drake back to get it. Being shadowed by Ryder Fox of Elder. Here's Hayden Drake from behind his own net. Up ahead for Craig Waldron. Waldron over the Panther line. Rink wide pass for Drake. A shot. And it's hammered wide. That was actually Schrader. Schrader with a shot. A nice one-time shot by Evan Schrader, but a little high. Now here's Drake back behind the Panther net. Hayden Drake back to the left wing circle for teammate Zach Vandenbos. Centering pass. It's tied up in front of the net, and it kicks to the near corner. Schrader after it. Rims to the far side. Panthers clear it. And the penalty's been killed off. The Beavers do get one power play goal off of that major penalty to Henry Top. Here's Chase Newroth, a shot, and he scores! That puck went in. I didn't see it initially. Chase Newroth with his second of the game. It went in just inside the near goal post. At first, I couldn't tell if Daly had caught it with his trapping mitt or if it went in, but it went in under his mitt and just inside the goal post. And the Beavers lead it 7-0. So 7-0 now for the Beavers. Puck is chipped to center ice. Back to get it for the Beavers. Drew Vandenbos. Passes to the blue line. It's broken up back to center. Vandenbos chips it ahead. It's tipped over to Carter Jung of the Panthers. He shoots toward the Beaver net. There's a shot, and they score! On a rebound, it's Ryder Fox. And the Panthers are on the board. Jung, I think, took the first shot. And puck goes in just past Big Hoss. Gabe Horseman. Okay, a correction on that goal. They give it to Mike Roden. It was number 9, not number 3. I misread the uniform number. I thought it was 3. And I said Ryder Fox. I'm sorry, it's Mike Roden, number 9, a junior. And the assist does go to Carter Jung. So it's 7-1 now in favor of the Beavers. That's got to be tough for Gabe Horseman. He's been just standing pretty much without anything to do for most of this game, and all of a sudden there's some action down there, and that's tough to all of a sudden flip the switch and get in goal mode. Here is Zach Briding carrying the puck down in front of the Elder net. Slides the puck wide of the Panther goal. It's loose in the corner. Drop behind the net now for the Panthers. After it is Whitmer. He can't clear it. It's rimmed along the far side, held in by Zach Briding. Zach rink wide. Austin Alfaro chips it into the corner for Waldron. Centering. Loose puck in front. Picked up by Vandenbos. and cleared to center ice by the Panthers. Under 10 minutes left in period 2. Beavers lead it 7-1. Zach Briding back over the Panther line. He's being checked. Loose puck behind the net. Newroth. Newroth for Briding. Shot. And the save made by Cedric Daly. He's able to catch the puck. Christofchik back on the ice. Along with Drake. We got Vandenboss, Newroth. And who's over way along the boards? It might be Zach Vandenboss. Crowd chants Jerry. That's for Tiny Christofchik. Coach Gutterman calls him Tiny because obviously he's a big guy. Carter Jung back on the ice now for the Panthers, and we're ready to go. Newroth wins the draw. Back to Vandenboss. Into the corner house. Haywood was the last Beaver on the ice. Matt Haywood. Haywood has it. Rink wide pass. Vandenboss shoots. He scores! Drew Vandenboss. And the Beavers lead it 8-1. And from the draw, here's a shot and a pad save. That shot taken by Haywood. So Drew Vandenboss assisted by Drake and Newroth. And it's 8-1 for the Beavers. Hey, Zebo. Just got a visit from Bill Daniels of Dayton's Original Pizza Factory, one of our principal sponsors every year, and he always takes care of us at all the team outings with his award-winning pizza and sub sandwiches and salads. Bill Daniels, great to see Bill on this opening night. Hayden Drake from center ice. Long shot parried off to the corner by the blocker pad of Cedric Daly. Beavers control it in the Panther zone, however. Here's Calander. Drops it off to Malik. Ethan Malik behind the net. Looking to make a play. Drops it back to Calander. Tyler Calander with 2 goals tonight. Gets it back now to Drake. Hayden Drake off to the right wing circle for Waldron. Craig Waldron. Off to teammate Zach Vandenboss. Puck tipped away to center, though. Beavers have to circle back. Midway through the second period, and therefore midway through the game. 7.5 to go in the second. Beavers lead it 8-1. Calander for a hat trick. Shot wide. Puck caroms off the end boards back to the blue line. Held in there by Briding. For Schrader. Backhand shot. Pad save by Daly. Rebound still live in the Elder zone. Puck cleared by Kuthi, but not out. Beavers hold it in at the blue line. And now the Panthers are able to clear it, and that's going to be an icing violation. Nope, they referee rules that Briding could have caught up to the puck, so they wave off icing. Beavers start back. Mike Roden at center is bumped off the puck and falls down, and he gets the treatment from the students here at Kettering Ice Arena. For the Beavers, Alfaro to Briding. Briding shoots. Pat save. Rebound by Waldron, tipped wide. Beavers still have it in the Panther zone. Alfaro at the blue line. Drops it off to Haywood. Haywood, right wing circle. And we've got a whistle and a penalty coming up on the Beavers. Looks like it's Alfaro. Second Beaver penalty of the game. Chase Newroth had a cross-checking in the first period. Now it's the freshman Austin Alfaro. Two-minute minor. We'll see if they announce what it was. What was the penalty, Dave? Oh. So 2-minute interference minor on Alfaro. Now another whistle. Puck must have popped up over the glass. We'll have a face-off. Miller back on for the Beavers along with Vandenbos and Briding and Drake and, well, I already said Zach Vandenbos, Zach Briding. Zach Briding a shot, and there's a save made by Daly. He catches the puck. Hayden Drake has a word with a couple of spectators. We're ready for a face-off from the draw. Here's Drake. A blast, and shotgun hammers one wide. Briding holds it in. Here's a tip in front. Drake, a shot. Pad save. Rebound. No goal yet. And another stop by Daly. Several Beavers trying to whack at the loose puck. Curve Miller, Zach Vandenbos, but Daly's able to cover it. A minute, 11 seconds left in the Elder power play. 5:11 left in the second period. There's a shot. It's wide of the Elder net by Drake. Here come the Panthers. They have a one-man advantage, but can't get the puck out of their own zone. Now it's picked up by the Panthers. Cutting through center ice is Jung. Jung over the line, a shot, and it's wide of the Beaver net. After the loose puck is Ryder Fox. Fox is ridden into the board. Puck behind the net, picked up by the Beavers. Here they come, Briding, head manning. Miller, Curve Miller, shot, pad save, and covering the rebound is Daly. 23 seconds left in the penalty, 4:23 left in the period. Got Waldron, Schrader, Vandenbos, Calander on for the Beavers. They are one man down for another 20 seconds. Schrader will take the face-off for Beavercreek. From the draw, Schrader chases the puck behind the net. Schrader drop pass back to the blue line. To Calander, back to Schrader. Schrader will just backhand it behind the net, but intercepting there is Carter Jung. Clears it, not out. Calander holds it in. Loose puck, Calander from the slot, a shot. And it's caught by Daly. And that'll kill off the penalty, and back on the ice for the Beavers is Austin Alfaro. Out of the penalty box, at least. He's back on the bench. Haywood, Newroth, Christofchik, Vandenbos, Kalander on for the Beavers. Kalander, top of the left wing circle, poke checked away, and it's cleared to neutral ice. Here's Newroth on right wing over the Elder line. Centering, Haywood a one-time wrist shot, and it's blocked in front. Nice play between Newroth and Haywood, just didn't quite get it in. Here's Kalander to Haywood behind the net. Haywood, Vandenbos shooting, and it's wide of the near post. Karams back to the blue line to Kalander. Drops it off Newroth. Centers. And it's broken up. He was looking for tiny Christofchik. There's a shot by Vandenbos. Stick save. Rebound still held in. Here's Kalander. Shot, pad save. Rebound, back to the corner. Kalander holding it in, giving it off to Haywood. Haywood drops it off to Newroth, back to Haywood in the corner. Haywood checked. Puck cleared, not out. Held in by Kalander. Kalander to Newroth. Brink wide. Vandenbos moves in. Fires! Pad save! Rebound! They score! And it's now 9-1 for the Beavers. Some really nifty passing as the Beavers controlled action in the attacking zone for several minutes. So the shot was by Vandenbos. Tiny Christofchik tipped the puck. He got a tip on it as well, and Chase Newroth gets the goal. So the goal again, Newroth, assisted by Jerry Christofchik and by Drew Vandenbos. Now penalty on the Beavers. Zach Briding for cross-checking. So down by 8. There's Mike Roden, R-O-D-E-N, Roden, with a shot off the face, off the draw, and a catch made by Big Haas. From the second face-off, here is Curve Miller over the line. He's bumped down to the ice, and back come the Panthers on a power play, but taking a spill again, Henry Top. It's painful. Obviously, the Panthers players collectively have some skating problems, and of course, the students are going to give them a hard time. There's no question about that. But it's painful to watch. But I'll tell you what, you got to give this Elder program a lot of credit. And they come out here every year, and it's just, the results are similar for a number of years now. So, but they keep coming, and you got to give this group of Elder Panthers players a lot of credit, and the coaches, that they keep this program going. It's tough. I mean, I played on sports teams growing up, baseball teams, football teams, basketball teams. It's tough to go out when you're not a good team and just get thumped every game. But at least they go out and keep playing. Here's Hayden Drake, a shot. Less than a minute left in the period. Here's a backhand shot by Waldron, and the save made by Daly. Greg Waldron almost had a goal there. Back to get it for Elder. Carter Jung. Elder on a power play for 15 seconds, and they accidentally ice the puck. So the faceoff will be back in their own zone. That's a cardinal sin when you're on a power play. You don't want to ice the puck because you're bringing the faceoff all the way back in your own zone and killing time on your own power play. Chase Newroth will take the draw. And it looks like he's going up against Ryder Fox. Chase wins it. There's a shot by Calander, blocked on the way to the corner. Here's Drake, a one-timer block. Newroth slides it in front, and they score! Chase Newroth with a hat trick. If he is given credit on the goal, let's see if there was a tip on it. It might have been Christopchik. Let's wait for the announcement on the goal. Newroth slipped the puck in front, and it kind of ping-ponged around a little bit and went in. Let's see who got credit on the goal. Jerry Christopchik. So Jerry Christopchik with the goal. I tell you what, Tiny hasn't had a lot of playing time these past couple of years, but it's nice to see him in there. With his size, what he could be as a net front presence. He's like an offensive lineman. Here's another shot at the Elder net, the save made, and there's the buzzer. But Christopchik could be, if he can Hey, Mike, when we're in intermission, turn the camera on me. Okay. So, all right, folks, we are ready for the intermission between the first and second periods. It is 9-1 in favor of the Beavers. And I'll go over the scoring for you. The first goal was scored by the Beavers' Zach Vandenbos. And the assist went to Austin Alfaro. And we'll try to get to your chat messages to see. I'll see if we have any chat messages after we go over the scoring, folks. So stand by for that. So first goal was Vandenbos, Zach, assisted by Austin Alfaro and by Ethan Malik. Second goal was scored by Tyler Calander, assisted by Craig Waldron. And third goal, Hayden Drake, assisted by Alfaro. Fourth goal was Newroth, assisted by Matt Haywood. Fourth goal was Zach Vandenbos, assisted by Haywood. Fourth goal was by Calander, power play goal, assisted by Chase Newroth. And after one period of play, it was 6-0 for the Beavers. And second period, Chase Newroth, assisted by Hayden Drake. And then Drew Vandenboss, assisted by Drake and Newroth. Then it was Chase Newroth, another goal, assisted by Kristofchik and Vandenboss. And then it was the final goal of the period, a shorthanded goal, scored by Tiny Kristofchik, assisted by Newroth and Drake. And the one goal scored by the Elder Panthers was by the junior Mike Roden, assisted by Carter Jung. And that's where we're at, folks. After two periods of play, it is the Beavers 10 and the Panthers 1. Going to have a mention of some of our sponsors, everybody. I got to bring them up on my magic phone. Let me first see if we got any chat messages. Hold on, everybody. Okay, I'm going to bring up the, see if there's any chat messages. Okay, we've got a number of chat messages, so let's read our chat messages, everybody. Puffs Mail says, "Go Creek." And George Horseman, that's Big Haas's dad, says, "Go Creek, go Gabe." Gabe Horseman. Jilly says, "Go Creek." Hi, Jilly. Nice to hear from you tonight. Slash Dog. Hey, it's a Slash Dog. It's good to hear from you. He says, "Zach, good goal to start the season. Nice to hear from you, Slash Dog." Slash again says, "Happy 2-goal birthday to Zach." So Zach Vandenboss, or Zach Brighting. I don't know. Did he say what number? I think he means Zach Brighting with a birthday. Nice to hear from you, Slash. Slash says, "Drew Vandenboss, good day to be a Drew on Zach Vandenboss." So he's talking about Zach Vandenboss when he was talking about the previous goals. So good, great to hear from you again, Slash. It is what a day for the Vandenbosses and the Brightings and the new Ross. Boy, oh boy, big night for everybody. We'll go over the scoring at the end of the game, and we will calculate a 3 stars and a hard hat at the end of the game. It's going to be hard tonight to figure that out with all the scoring. We also have Beavers looking great. That is from Aaron Washburn. Aaron Washburn. Hi, Aaron. It's good to hear from you. Mom of Mason Washburn. What do we call him? The Bullet. The Bullet. So hope Mason is doing well. He's graduated now, but great to hear from you, Aaron. Slash Dog says agree with Mason. Um, Great to hear. Oh, Kennigan. Oh, hey, thank you very much, Slash. Again, thanks to his crew, Dave and uh, Tara as well. So thank you very much, Slash. And our final message is Cindy Mesnard says congratulations to Chase Newroth on the goal. Thank you, Cindy. Nice to hear from you tonight, Cindy. And also, George Horseman says, oh, he's Gabe's granddad. Okay. George Horseman, Gabe's grandfather. I mistakenly said his father. So thanks, George, for clearing that up. So George is Gabe Horseman's granddad. So just great to hear from everybody once again tonight. And I'm going to try to bring up a list of our sponsors as the young lady on the Zamboni machine makes her rounds. Let me go. I gotta find them. Okay, I just want to mention some of our sponsors this season. Unfortunately, we're not completely. It looks like the Beavers are ready for the season, but unfortunately, we're not on this end. We did not get our commercials loaded into the computer yet, so um, just we'll get that done hopefully by this weekend. We got a big weekend coming up, folks, and we're going to talk about that. The Frozen Creek tournament coming up Thanksgiving weekend, this upcoming weekend. Let me mention our sponsors, first of all. Then we'll talk about Frozen Creek coming up. Our hat trick sponsors, Dayton's Original Pizza Factory. And we mentioned we saw our pal Bill Daniels, who is a major sponsor of Creek hockey and a big supporter of high school hockey here in the area. But great to see Bill have Dayton's Original Pizza Factory. KVD, the Kitchen and Bath Design Company, and we will have promotional spots to run for them starting next weekend, as well as Go To Pros, Pest Control, and also Curve Miller, our buddy Curve Miller. You heard him on the preseason. He was covering for me during the preseason, calling some of the games. Father of another Curve Miller, who's a player on the Beavers. And Curve Miller is with Russell Total Wealth. And we hope to have a promotional spot of theirs to run during the season as well coming up. In the Playmaker category, we've got 2-6 Technology. And we'll have a lot more on those folks. That's a national firm, but they've got branches here in this area, and we'll talk more about them as the season goes along. Our good friends at TJ Awards Company in Beavercreek, as they make trophies and ribbons and that type of thing for your business or your team. Could be your sales team or your sports team. You want to give out a first place ribbon, or you want to give out trophies, you go to see TJ Awards Company. Dayton Stealth Hockey Club is a sponsor of Beavercreek High School Hockey, and we appreciate that, the support from Dayton Stealth. Our good friend Marcy Solon of Coldwell Banker Heritage, and we look to have a promotional spot from her coming up. Rhonda Shamball, who is a good friend of Beavercreek High Hockey from Iron Gate Realtors. We have created a new promotional spot for Rhonda. Rhonda Shamball has been a major sponsor of Beavercreek Hockey and Dayton Stealth Hockey for years. And we were going to have we have already created a promotional spot for Rhonda, and we'll get that fed into our computer, and we'll have that running for the tournament coming up this weekend, the Frozen Creek. Other sponsors: Monterey Consultants, Beavercreek Pizza Dive, Nancy Jeske, and Milano's Pizza and Subs. And finally, our other assist sponsors, Jennifer and Frank Alfaro. Nice to have you folks be sponsoring. Jeff Duford, our buddy Jeff Duford, who is our executive producer of Beavercreek High, and now also our buddy Cherie Champagne, who is also an executive producer. But our buddy Jeff Duford is a sponsor of Beaver Hockey. He ran our computer and camera back about 4 years ago when his son Ben was a goalie for the Beavers. And finally, JM Insurance and Financial, and also Pete Koser and the Koser family are sponsors for Beaver Hockey this season. All right, folks, we're ready for the start of the third and final period. Opening night for the Beavers, they lead at 10-1 over the visiting Elder Panthers. Tyler Calander at center ice. Drops it back to Drake. Up to teammate Briding. Into the Elder zone. Briding. Drop pass deflected to center ice. Calander to Drake. Tip to back behind the Elder goal. Panthers pick it up there. 1 minute into period number 3. 10-1 for the Beavers. Here's Tyler Calander. Cuts over to the corner. Centers. The puck gets cleared away by the Elder Panthers. That was Mike Roden. Hayden Drake back for the Beavers. Drake to Calander. Moving up ice. Calander head manning for Curve Miller. It's too far ahead of him. Panthers have it in their own end. Cleared, not out. Holding the puck in. Hayden Drake, left wing circle. Fires, pad save. And the rebound is covered by Elder netminder Cedric Daly, senior. Zach Briding back on the ice along with Newroth, Drew Vandenboss, Matt Haywood, and Jerry Christofchik. From the draw, Vandenboss. Drew drops it off in the corner, Newroth. Give and go, Haywood, broken up. Back to Newroth, fires, save, rebound, still loose. Haywood at the blue line to Vandenboss. Drops it off to Newroth along the wall. Center point. A shot by Briding is deflected wide. Newroth from the corner, looking to make a play. Flips it in front, and it tips to the corner. Haywood after it. Haywood centering. It's loose in front. Vandenboss after it. Now into the corner. Drew Vandenboss pulls the trigger, and it's blocked. Now Brighting at the blue line, holds it in. Backhands it into the corner, intercepted by Colton Ray. Can't clear it. Stolen by Newroth. Back to the blue line. Vandenboss winds up, fires, blocked, and it comes in on Daly, and he'll cover it up. 12:21 to go in the game. Whitmer, Top, Carson Daly on for the Panthers. We've got Vandenboss, Drake, Waldron on for the Beavers. Schrader. Hayden Drake will chase the puck down at center. He'll dump it in. Back for the Panthers, Carson Daly, brother of Cedric Daly, the goalie. Waldron will flip it in for the Beavers into the Panthers zone. Panthers dump it back out. Evan Schrader over the Panther line, stick handling into the corner. Schrader, poke checked away. Panthers clear, not out. Held in by Drake. Drake off to teammate Vandenboss, Zach Vandenboss. He's checked. Puck loose along the near wall. Picked up by Top of Elder. Can't clear it. Loose puck right in front of the net. Schrader trying to get a whack at it, but Daly is able to cover it. Well, if you're wondering what is Cincinnati Elder, they are named after William Henry Elder, the second Archbishop of Cincinnati, way back in 1912. Cincinnati Elder, incidentally, is an all-male school. The girls in that area go to Seton High School. Here's Hayden Drake at his own blue line. He shows Owen Gentili to the ice. Gentili and Drake might have had a few words. That's dissipated now. Puck comes down to central ice, and picking it up is Drake. Gets past Gentili over the Panther line, but there's a Beaver in ahead of the play. I think it was Curve Miller, and then he'll head to the bench. There's a line change. Offside on the Beavers. Newroth, Haywood, Christofchik, Talander, Vandenboss in for the Beavers. .10:28 to play in the game. Here is Calander over the Panther line looking for a hat trick. Shot blocked. Haywood back to Vandenboss at the point. Vandenboss pass broken up. He gets it back. Shoots it wide of the Panther goal. Here's Calander along the wall. Drop pass Haywood in the circle. Left wing cuts behind the net. Haywood now on right wing. Drops it back to the point for Newroth. Slides it over to Calander. Calander ships it back to Newroth in the near corner. Newroth to Calander. Stick handling. Drops it behind the net. There's a centering pass for Newroth. He holds it in. There's a shot from the line, and stick save made by Daly. From the rebound, Panthers pick it up. Trying to get it out is Gentili. Carrying it to center ice. Drops it into the Beaver zone, played by Vandenboss. Vandenboss Up ahead for New Roth. New Roth centers. It's broken up. And clearing the puck is Toothy for Elder, Lincoln Toothy. Back in the Elder zone, Vanden Boss drops it off, but it's picked off, cleared, not out. Held in at the line by Calander. Tyler Calander to Haywood in the corner. Matt Haywood cuts behind the net. Drops it back to the point, Vanden Boss. Vanden Boss, rink wide pass. Blasted! Wide, a one-timer by Newroth. Chaser almost scoring there. Boy, he displayed a nice hammer shot. Here's Haywood. He's got an opening. Shoots it right on, and the pad save made by Cedric Daly, who'll hold on for the draw. Goal scorers again in the game for the Beavers. Zach Vanden Boss has 2. Tyler Calander has 2. Chase Newroth has a hat trick already. We failed to point that out. Kristofchik has a goal. Drake has a goal. The one goal for Elder is Mike Roden. 8 minutes to go in the game. Owen Fink tips it into the Beaver zone for Elder. Centering pass intercepted by Zach Brighting. Zach will carry it out. Zach skating much better, I think, this year. Here's Craig Waldron. A shot, backhander, cuts through the goal crease. Nice move by Craig Waldron. Beavers hold the line. And now it's off a skate to center. Beavers will circle back. Evan Schrader gets past Henry Top, but gets poke checked away. Loose puck Brighting. Over the Elder line, has it clearing up the slot. Shot, and it's wide. Brighting still has it. Back to the point. For Alfaro, a shot right on, and the save made by Daly. Austin Alfaro, the freshman, showing a lot of skill tonight. I'm impressed. I mean, of course, the Panthers defensively obviously have issues, but I am really impressed by the skating of the Beavers. Here's Curve Miller, a shot, save, rebound, and Daly covers it. You can really see how some of these kids have grown during the summer, and with some added size and strength, their skating ability has really improved on a lot of these guys. I'm really happy to see it. Here's Malik, a shot, and the save made. We'll have a face-off. .6:51 to play. Face-off in the Panther zone. Herb Miller to Drake, one-timer. Pad save. Rebound still live. There's a shot by Miller, and it deflects wide. Malik in the corner. Cuts behind the net. Poke checked away. There's a shot by the Beavers' Aiden Couch, and it's blocked. And flat on the ice on his belly is Cedric Daly, and he'll cover it up. 6.5 to go. Newroth and Haywood back on the ice with Kristofchik and Vanden Boss and Brighting. Jerry Kristofchik on the first line with Newroth and Haywood. That's Jerry Kristofchik. He is the guy that is going to be the net front presence, and you can see it. He almost got a tip on that shot. But you can see him using his abilities as an offensive lineman to move some bodies around in front of the net. Great move by Coach Gunnerman and his staff to get Tiny involved. Now there's a delayed whistle and a penalty, and it's a high stick minor coming up. And let's see who goes in the box. And it is Jerry Kristofchik, so tiny and shoving some guys around. He had his stick a little bit high, so Kristofchik goes to the penalty box for 2 minutes for a high stick. So a power play for the Panthers. 5:45 to play in the game. Puck cleared into the Panther zone. Back to get it for Elder is Carter Jung. Jung checked. Puck shot back behind the net. Evan Schrader back to get it for the Beavers. Pass to Drew Vandenboss. Drew cuts around Mike Roden. Loses the puck. It's picked up for the Panthers by Carter Jung. He's rammed into the boards. For Elder, Joe Nix centers, but nobody's there, and it carries the length of the ice. Back to get it for Cincinnati Elder is Nick Owens. Owens checked by Malik at the red line. Malik picks his pocket, then he's checked. Loose puck Schrader. Evan Schrader flips it high to Malik on the run over the line. Fires! Pad save! And the rebound is carried away by the Panthers. Picking it up for Cincinnati Elder, Carter Jung. Over the Beaver line, a shot, and Big Haas is able to make the stop on that. Like I said earlier, he's been spending so much idle time in this game that suddenly when you have somebody coming in on you, you got to kind of like wake up and get in reflex mode. Colton Ray will take the draw for Elder. He wins it. Back for teammate Carson Daly, shot blocked. Beavers clear. Puck tipped down the ice. After it, Aiden Couch of Beavercreek. Beavers, one of the freshmen this year. Now for Elder, Ryder Fox. Checked. Here's Ethan Malik. Shot wide. Now we're back to full strength. 3:45 to go. Penalty killed off. For Elder, here's Colton Ray. He's checked. Back for the Beavers. Hayden Drake. Drake trying to center for Newroth, and it didn't quite hook up on it. Broken up by goaltender Cedric Daly. Puck behind the Elder net. Newroth centers for Waldron, a tip wide. Loose puck along the boards. Tipped in front by Drake. Back to the point. Newroth. Wrist shot. Save. Rebound. And they score. Rebound tipped in by Drake, and the Beavers lead at 11-1. And that is the first goal of the third period. That puck kind of fooled me. I didn't know for sure if it was in. 11-1 now. Beavers will get an announcement on the goal. You see who was credited with the tip in. Here's Curve Miller over the Elder line. So Drake from Newroth. And for Hayden Drake, that's his second goal of the game. Craig Newroth already has a hat trick in this affair. Here's Brighting trying to flip it behind the net. 2.5 to play. Centering pass. Comes to the blue line, held in by Brighting to Malik. Malik to Brighting. Brighting along the wall. far side. Checked. Here come the Panthers the other way. But a nice defensive play by Malik to just take the puck away from Jung. Here comes Tyler Calander looking for a hat trick. Drops it in front for Miller. It's tipped wide. Now Curve Miller gets the puck back. Drop past Calander. Shot blocked. Deflected wide. Brighting far wall. Under 2 minutes to go. His pass broken up to center. Foot race the other way. Henry Top. Henry Top is checked by Malik. He takes the puck away to prevent a breakaway by the senior Elder Panther, Henry Top. For the Beavers, Aiden Couch. Checked along the boards. Fighting for it, Couch. Centers, it comes to Brighting at the right point. He holds the puck in, flips it in front. Here's Couch, a tip, blocked by a stick in front. Nice pass, and Aiden Couch almost had a chance for a goal. For the Beavers, Curve Miller, stick handling in front of shot. He scores! What a stick handling exhibition by Curve Miller. Walking through the defense, cutting into the slot area in front, flips it high up over the blocker of Daly. And the Beavers lead it 12-1. Now here's a shot by the Beavers, Vandenbos. That goal unassisted by Curve Miller. Now Craig Waldron, he'll chip it into the Elder zone. 40 seconds to play. There's a shot by Kristofchik. Stick save by Daly. Rebound live. Centering pass. Off a stick, it rolls to neutral ice. Beavers have to circle back. 12-1 Beavers. 20 seconds to play. Here is Hayden Drake, a blast from the slot, and a save made by Daly. Rebound live in the Beaver zone, held in by Vandenbos, Drew Vandenbos. Just a few seconds left. Stanners still live, and what do we have? 2 seconds left. I think Daly has the puck. There was a scrum right in front of the net, and the net came loose. Tiny was looking for his second goal of the game. Here's Craig Waldron taking the draw. Puck dropped, and that'll do it. What a game for the Beavers to start the 2025-26 season. Final score, the Beavers 12 and the Elder Panthers 1. Let me see if we have any chat messages, folks. Check to see if we have any chat messages, folks, as the teams shake hands at center ice. Okay, everybody. Let's see what we got. We'll read your chat messages. We'll catch up on those. Diana Calander. Hi, Diana. Diana Calander says, Tyler and Tiny's mom and brother, Bobby, watching from Cleveland. Well, that's great. Nice to have you folks with us tonight. Great goals by my boys. That's right. Diana, boy, I tell you what, Diana, Tyler, he almost got that hat trick tonight. He came this close several times. Nancy Jeske. Hi, Nancy. Happy birthday goal to Zach Vandenboss. So that cleared that up. Earlier, I read the birthday greeting to Zach. I wasn't sure if it was Briding or Vandenboss. So thanks for clearing that. So happy birthday to Zach Vandenboss tonight. And thanks, Nancy. And Nancy says, good to see Beavercreek hockey. Oh, you're a great announcer, Ken. Oh, thank you very much. That's so nice, Nancy. Thank you very much. Um, Way to go on the goal for Drew Vandenboss as well. As they ring the victory bell down there, you can probably hear it. There you go. I'm sure you can hear that. They're ringing the great big victory bell down here, just beyond the bench. And finally, we heard from UC Meds. Great way to start the season. Congrats. Thanks, UC Meds. Nice to hear from you tonight as well. So let's go over the scoring once again, and then we'll do a 3 stars. And we'll go over the scoring quick since there's so much of it. First period, and I'll just run them down. First period, Zach Vandenboss, assisted by Alfaro and Malik. Second goal was Tyler Calander, assisted by Craig Waldron. Then it was Hayden Drake, assisted by Austin Alfaro. And then Chase Newroth, assisted by Matt Haywood. And Zach Vandenboss, his second goal, assisted by Matt Haywood. And the final goal of the first period was Tyler Calander, his second goal of the period, a power play goal assisted by Chase Newroth. 6-0 Beavers after 1. Second period. Chase Newroth, the chaser, his second goal of the game, assisted by Drake. Then it was Drew Vandenboss, assisted by Drake and Newroth. And then it was Chase Newroth, the hat trick for Chase the dream, they say. And Chase had a dream game tonight, hat trick. Assisted by Jerry Christofchik, big tiny. And the other assist to Drew Vandenboss. Final goal of the second period, Christofchik. Jerry got the goal on that one, assisted by Newroth and Drake. That was a shorthanded goal. And in the second period, Elder scored their one goal of the game. It was scored by junior Mike Roden, assisted by Carter Jung spelled Jung. And after 2 periods, it was 10-1. Beavers scored twice in the third. Hayden Drake, his second goal of the game, assisted by Newroth. And the final goal, nice goal by Curve Miller. He stick-handled through the defense right from the right wing circle, danced his way through the slot, through a couple of defenders that were standing in his way, and he just stick-handled around those guys and popped one in high up over the blocker pad of Cedric Daly, and that was the final goal of the game. It was unassisted, and the final 12-1. Well, let's try to figure 3 stars. It's going to be ridiculous. Hey, Dave. Dave, what were your final shots? A lot to not as many. 35-5, something like that. So it was a wide disparity in shots, so we won't bother with that. So 3 stars tonight, and then the Howard hat, and then we'll wrap things up. Let's see. We got to calculate points in this game. Chaser got 3 goals. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 assists. So 7 points. Hayden Drake got 2 goals and also had 1, 2, 3 assists. Two goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Tyler got 2 goals. Who else had 2 goals? Zach had 2 goals. Zach had 2 goals, no assist. We had Drew had 1. We're gonna split the third star. Let me go over the 3 stars. We're gonna split the number 3 star of the game. It's going to go to Tyler Calander and Zach Vandenbos. So Tyler Calander and Zach Vandenbos share the third star. They both had 2 goals in the game, no assists. Hayden Drake is our number 2 star of the game. He had 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points. And the number 1 star of the game, Chase Newroth, captain of the team. He's the leading scorer of the team, chaser, with a hat trick, 3 goals. He had 3 goals, and he also had 1, 2, 3, 4 assists, 7 points on the game. You get a point for a goal or an assist. So 3 goals and 4 assists on the game for Chase Newroth. The runaway number 1 star of the game, 7 points on the night for the chaser. The hard hat tonight, let's see. The hard hat I'm going to give let's see. The hard hat tonight, I'm going to give it to I'm going to give it to Mike Roden of Elder. Mike Roden scored the only goal of the game for the Panthers, and he made a number of good plays out there on the ice. And obviously, there weren't a lot of good plays for the Panthers tonight. Again, it's like I said earlier, kind of painful, but because of the skating problems that they have as a team collectively. But I applaud the effort by this Elder team. It's tough to go out and get thumped night after night, but they just keep plugging. They keep coming back year after year, and we're glad to have them in the league, and glad that they keep plugging away. And so, congratulations to the Panthers for the effort they put out, because the effort is there. It's just the skill level is a disparity. So that's going to do it, folks. I want to thank once again our camera operator, Tara Spokane. Spokane. Okay. And Aiden King, our student assistant from the Career Center, helping us out, learning the equipment tonight. Nice to have Aiden with us. And our producer engineer, Dave Vandenmoss. We give him the salute for getting us on the air tonight. My name is Kent Jacobs. Once again, the final score tonight is Beavercreek 12, Elder 1. Next game is coming up. I forgot to give us the time. The Friday night, the start of the Frozen Creek. Let me see. We're both looking it up. Oh, thank you very much. Boy, we have a nice printout. Okay. So the Frozen Creek will start Friday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I say Eastern Time because we have folks that are watching from around the country. So 9:30 Eastern against a tough team. Those Lexington. What was their name, Dave? Do you remember their name? Thoroughbreds. You got it. Bang. Lexington Thoroughbreds. They're a club team, and we all know the club teams can be tough because they gather players from all around the area. They get players from Cincinnati and all around northern Kentucky. So that'll be a tough game. Friday night, 9:30. And other teams in the tournament, we've got the Lake Flyers, the Cincinnati Cyclones. Those are club teams. And the Alder Knights are in it as well. Or no, they're not. It's just the Beavers, Lexington, Lake, and Cincinnati Cyclones. Looks like the Frozen Creek. So Friday night, 9:30, and then after that they'll be playing 2 games Saturday, 2:30 in the afternoon, 8:45 at night, and then the tournament ending games on Sunday. So thanks again a lot to everybody once again for your chat messages. Thanks to the folks helping us here. So until Friday night, again, the final score, Beavers 12, Elder 1. Until Friday night, Kent Jacobs saying good night from Kettering Ice Arena.